Welcome everybody to Wednesday night live stream. We have a nice audience here tonight, and welcome everybody who is watching from YouTube. If this is your first time and you don't know me from YouTube or MahjCon or Ask the Mah Jongg Teacher, I just want to say welcome to you. And my name is Debbie Barnett, and I'm so happy to have you here tonight. So I'll go over the format briefly, then I'll head over to ILoveMahj, where we have a lot of fun working out these wonderful hands on this crazy card. But for anybody who has a question, put it in the Zoom chat. So you want to make sure you could find your Zoom chat. It looks like a little chat icon or speech bubble, two of them like on top of another. It's on the bottom of my screen. If you have a different type of device, I can't really tell you because it's in a different place depending on what you're watching on. And if you have a question, you're going to put it there. A comment, you could put it there. And if you want to help me with a hand suggestion, please feel free to put it in there, because sometimes you guys see things that I don't see. Sometimes you see things that I do see, and I may not, necessarily be following that particular hand, and I'll let you know why for sure if I don't. Maybe I feel it's not as strong as something else, but I do appreciate it, and I want you all to know I so appreciate you helping me. I want this to always be interactive and you to be a part of this, because that's how we all learn together. Now I'm going to head over to ILoveMahj.com, where I do these live streams. Okay, here's ILoveMahj.com, and this is a really nice site. I am an affiliate of theirs because I happen to think it is one of the most intuitive sites to not only play on, but to help you learn the card. One of the most important things that you could do for yourself if you're a new player is come in here to the exercise room, go through the different exercises. Each one of them is going to help strengthen your knowledge of the card and your knowledge of the game. There is no other site that has this exercise room. If you like the way the game plays tonight and you want to try it out, they will give you 3 weeks trial membership using my affiliate code. Somebody told me, because it used to be 2 weeks and you get 3 with my affiliate code, which is uppercase D, uppercase B. Somebody said today that they're only giving 1 week for free. I'm not sure about that, but in any event, please feel free to try it out. They also are the only game site, that has the official Siamese Mahjong game built in. So if you're a fan of Siamese Mahjong, they have it. And on Sunday nights, I do the same live stream with the Siamese version of the game. We play the first hour with the Siamese card, which is a card that was created by Gladys Grad, the creator of Siamese, and it is a fun card to play with. And if you want to buy the card because you don't have one, you could certainly purchase it at my website, and I'll put that email address. It's a different site where I have a store, mahjongschool.com. Okay, I just put it in the chat. If you want to do that, you can. So the first hour on Sunday nights, we use the Siamese card, and then we switch over the second hour to the National Mahjong League card. So you get a little bit of everything. Can you get okay, now it says, Stacy said, can you get the exercise room before you do the trial? No. This is the trial membership is part of the exercise room. Playing against the bots, which we do tonight, is all part of the membership. So you'll try it out for 3 weeks, use the exercise room, and if you love it, then you'll sign up for a subscription. It's something like $69 a year, or if you pay it by the month, it's a drop more than that. well worth the investment because you can play against bots. You can also play with your friends that also have a membership on here. It's just a lot of fun. So tonight we play against the bots. And by the way, I do have on my YouTube channel, which is MahjCon, MahjCon. I have videos on there on how to play against the bots and how to use the exercise room down here. So there's a lot of good stuff. There's also videos right on here on how to use the exercise room. So you could click learn more here. You'll get all the information you need, trust me, and you could reach out to me if you have any questions about anything. And I'll put my email in here too, just so you have it. I want to make sure that I can support you any way that I can. Leslie said it's totally worth it. She has really grown in her game and she's put a lot of work into it, and it really does require that. You can't just like think you're going to wing this game. It's a challenging game. So we play the official game. There is a just for fun version. I like the official game. It does record your stats and tells you where you stack up to other players. It also shows how many hands you've made in the different categories. Lots of good stuff in there. Just for fun is a good place to come and play if you don't want to have your wins and losses recorded. And there's things I like about it and there's things I don't like about it. So I have mixed emotions about the just for fun area. Whatever you do, though, please make sure if you're playing standard level, which is like a beginner level bot you'd be playing against another beginner player. Those bots are going to do things that a beginner might do that maybe didn't take lessons and weren't told. Like I will remind everybody of the things that I don't recommend that you do during the game, but those bots will do certain things that I don't want you to get used to it and think it's okay because they're doing it, but it will afford you more mahjongs. So if you want to get mahjong, start out at level 1. If you find that you're mahjonging more and more, go up to the intermediate level. And you could stay at the intermediate level. That's fine. You don't need to go to the advanced unless you want. The advanced level has a few different nuances. One for sure is that they do have the ability to recognize a dead hand and call a player's hand dead, and then you'd have to stop playing. So that's it there. Now for Siamese, Leslie said, is there a just for fun? Let's click and see if there is. Play with bots. And no, it does not look like there's a just for fun in the Siamese version, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, so there it is. Not there. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and start and launch the game. And because we have several new people here tonight, I will make sure that I go over as much as I can, especially for the beginners. So it might be a little slower. And Janet from YouTube said she's been now playing for 3 years. And Janet has also been a fabulous supporter and coming in almost every week for a very long time. So I know that Janet's game has grown quite a bit as well. And and then Janet said, yeah, there's a lot about the just for fun. She was saying that in the just for fun mode, that you can use hand suggestions, and one of them with the same number of tiles for each one, sort of overwhelming. Yeah, it's okay. My recommendation is, I'm just saying this from experience, from somebody who has been using this site and who teaches. If you enable this practice mode, it's going to have a button so you can click hand suggestions. What it really doesn't take into consideration is that you could see a hand listed that you might have more tiles toward that than another hand, but that hand may be a much more challenging hand to make. So if you have a choice of keeping track of a few things, that might not be the one you want to keep track of. So it could be, like Janet said, overwhelming to figure out, and to me, a little challenging for a newer player to decipher, well, what's the better hand? Do I just go with one that has more tiles? Not necessarily. Okay, so with that said, just for fun, play beginners for a while, move up to intermediate when you can. Keep enable practice mode off. This will also make you do the thinking instead of relying on the computer to give you the hands. Okay, here we go. Enough said. I'm talking too much. I guess that's all I do tonight, though. All right, no to open to live games. If you are new to the site coming in and signing up, this will bump me out of this game table that I'm going to be in if somebody invites me to their table, and I certainly wouldn't want to get interrupted. I also suggest that you click no. Reason is, if you click yes, you may get into a table with an experienced player, and you may be new, wanting to take time, and they're going to get frustrated. They may chat. There's a chat feature. They may send a chat. Are you going to go? Where are you? Are you there? And then they'll get fed up and they'll leave. I've already experienced it with others who have had this happen. So that's what I'm saying right there. So click no. And here is a place where if you accidentally click the wrong bot level, you could change it again. Timer, you could leave it off when you first start playing, but this gives you an idea of how long you are making a decision about a discarded tile. There's still a pause button, so even if you choose 10 seconds and you're not ready to make a decision, you can hit the pause button. This is good because different parts of the game, you could speed your game up and you'll be able to start gauging how long it's taking you to make decisions during certain parts of the game. For tonight, I leave it off because I don't want to have to worry about clicking a pause button. And make sure, if you've never been in this site before, that the National Mahjong League 2025 card is checked and not the 2024. ILoveMahj has their own card that they've created. So if you want to play with another card, you could certainly try their card. Look, once you learn how to read a card, it doesn't matter what card you play on because it's all the same. Now, somebody said, Leslie said, thank you so much for this, Leslie. If anybody wants to form an online game with her in her group, she's got a nice beginner group or group that comes to the skill building and they play together. You can email her. She has put that in chat. So, and that chat is to everybody. So you should be able to see her email in there. Reach out to her after the skill building tonight. Okay, here we go.
Charleston.
All right, now this is the way the tiles were. I picked my tiles in, and this is the way they were sitting on the rack when I got them, but I need to get them organized just initially. So I like to sort by suit, not by rank. I have always sorted by suit. Most instructors teach to sort by suit initially. So it's nice that the computer does it for you. If you had to, you could move the tiles around and do it yourself. Excuse me. So that just gives me everything that I can see, all the suits in numerical order right now grouped together. And the first thing I look for are multiples. Do I have any multiples in my hand? And I do not have any multiples. So what do we do when this happens? Because this could be very, very frustrating, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, and I do see that there's a little run right here of 1, 2, 3. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them. Now that I made them pretty, I'm going to undo things. And now I'm going to start working on figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. So the first thing I do is sort in evens and odds. And I always put my winds and dragons on the right side until I know that I'm going to need them, and like I'm doing now. But I do have a nice amount of 2, 4, 6, 8 right here. So that's stronger than the 1, 3, 7, 7 odds. So I now have a category of tiles that I'm going to start collecting. But is there anything else that I want to add in here that might be important to keep? And honestly, I did see this right away, and I do like that 1, 2, 3. And knowing the card the way I know the card, which is something, again, when you start playing in the exercise room and learning the card and recognizing hands, I do know that there is a consecutive run, line 4, in the consecutive run section that has the 3 single tiles, and then the next numbers up, and it could start with any number. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, but in this case it's 1, 2, 3, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 dot, and then 5 crack. That would give me my 3 suits. I really like that, and I want to keep that. Now, if that were the case, this is what I would be passing, and I don't really want to pass that. To be honest, that is like a good part of a hand. So now I want to think about what can I keep, what can I take away from my 2, 4, 6, 8 possibly. This isn't the easiest thing to figure out, but I know the card, and I know the 2, 4, 6, 8 section, and I know that there's 2 suit options. So if I were to get a 2 dot, I would have a part of line number 2, line 1 on the right side. So we'll call that 1B. We'll say left side is 1A. Imagining, you have to be a visionary when you play Mahjong. You have to see what's missing. But I would think of 2, 4 dot, 6 crack, 8 crack. So since I have the 6 and 8, I'm going to keep that for sure. Moving down to line 2, it requires 3 suits, 2, 4, and 6 in 3 suits. So if I use the 2 BM that I'm already keeping, the 4 dot, and now I'm keeping the 6 and 8, I could now also keep track of that line 2 by keeping that 6, which I already am. All right, let's see if there's anything else I could feed in on 2, 4, 6, 8 that might be good. Line 4 has 4 singles and then 2 pungs. I like that hand. I'm already keeping an eye on 6 and 8. I already have that saved. So if somehow 2, 4, 6, 8 comes up in singles, I'll keep an eye on it. But you know, we're pretty far from that. Let's see. What else could I keep besides for the 6 and 8? Which one of these, the 6 or the 8, might be a little bit better for us? Well, how about if I keep the 6? And the same way that I thought of the 4 as being 2 dot, 4 dot, 6 crack, 8 crack, to start that first line on the right side of 2, 4, 6, 8, I could think of 2 BM, 4 BM, 6, 8, right? But that doesn't include the 6 BM. So let's see, what else could I think of here that would work? I'm trying to piece it all together with which one of these tiles. Honestly, it's probably going to be either or. Maybe I'll keep the 6 only because I have another 6, and I do have a little tiny bit of like numbers with 2 6s. Maybe. So whatever it is, I decided to do this early on like this because I don't want to pass 2 7s in a south, because that's a whole part of line 5 under Winds and Dragons. Winds and Dragons, line 5, uses north and south with odd numbers. So I'm going to get rid of it for now. Let's just see what happens. Things change pretty rapidly here. I got another 7, and I got a south. Oh my goodness. Well, now that I got that other 7 out there, I probably am going to do this now. Just trying to break it up the best that I can. So I'm going to go ahead and pass that. I did get another number in the 2, 4, 6, 8 category. Okay. And I'm looking out for, don't let me pass it if I get a 5 crack, or it could be used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. So 5 dots or 5 cracks I want to keep. All right. Now, this is going to throw a big loop to this, and this is how much things change when we're playing in the Charleston. Wow. Craziness, craziness. Okay, look, I have now 3s, 6s, and 9s. That's really pretty too. And that 3 I don't need for that 1, 2, 3, 4 hand, but I got it, and it's a multiple. So I can't not look at that 3, 6s, and 9s. What am I going to do? What am I going to pass now? It's almost like I'm going in another direction entirely after one pass, where I have lots of 3s, 6s, and 9s. I like to group them together. I know I can do the 7. If I want to keep 1, 2, 3 still open with the 4s, I could do this for my first left. Now I could keep an eye on 3, 6, 9, because I do see, well, I don't want to get rid of this one either, because that's a 6. So hold on, let me rethink this. So 3, 6, 9 is all of that. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick one of these two. I'll just do the 4 dots since that had come into me. I could do a blind pass. Maybe I'll do that just to see if I get any direction comes in. See, it says right here, first Charleston, choose 3, 0 to 3, and then press pass. This is the blind pass chance to do that. 0 to 3 tiles. I kind of wish it said blind pass. I might suggest that to the developers of this. Let's see. Yeah, Stacy, the code is DB. And then the 8 dot for line 3. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't keep the 8 dot, Jackie. Sorry, it might not have popped out at me, it being strong enough. The 8 dot, oh, for 2 plus 6 plus 8. Yeah. Okay. I probably didn't see that one with everything else we were trying to figure out, but I'm going to do a blind pass. And I got in another 3, 6, 9. And an 8, nothing more. Okay, big juncture here in the game. We finished the first Charleston. This is a time where you could say, I want to stop it. But my rule of thumb is you're not going to stop the Charleston unless you have one fully formed hand that you're committed to. And I don't. If I stop it because I just have a lot of stuff and I'm confused and I don't know what I'm doing, and I just want to play it safe, that's going to limit me from looking at 12 more potential tiles, which is the most important thing in building your hand in the Charleston, because you see how things changed so quickly. So I have to click continue, and then I have to make a decision of what am I going to do? what am I going to do here? So it's going to be a little tricky, but we're going to work it out.
Second Charleston.
Okay. So I have not seen any fives. Of course, you'll see I'm going to get them now come up. For that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hand in consecutive run, which was line 7. I mean, not line 7, line 4, sorry. Never saw another one at all. All right, so what am I going to get rid of here? I could either, I mean, I really do have some very pretty 3, 6, 9 tiles forming here. And I do like 3, 6, 9, although I think there's one less line this year than was last year, but I do like it a lot. I think I'm going to go with the 1 BAM and I think the 4 crack. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh, we saw those tiles before, didn't we? Now we have a green that I would like to keep if I can, because there is a hand in 3, 6, 9. There's 2 of them. One's the concealed, but line 3 is there. I mean, I'd like to keep it if I can for a little bit. So we're going to get this out now. And again, another 7 came back in, and I'm not keeping these items at all. So I'm going to get these out.
Courtesy pass.
Nothing else came in, so I'm going to go ahead with my 3 tiles to pass. And I got a new tile back at the 2 new tiles back at the very end. So you see that if I stopped the Charleston, I wouldn't have been able to add tiles into this very pretty 3, 6, 9 category that's building. But I also have, even though my multiple is the 3, I also have a little bit of like numbers with 6s and with 9s. But I don't know if that's going to be something we're going to keep an eye on. Right now, 3, 6, 9 is it. And I'm going to get rid of discards until I fill in things, and then we will break it down and look within the category to figure out what we're doing. We're not picking a hand right now and locking in, because that would narrow everything for you. And this whole game, I say, should be renamed, not Mah Jongg, but flexibility. And when you win, you get Mah Jongg. Because the whole purpose of the game is to stay open and flexible, for sure. Janet said, please add the email for the lady doing online groups. Online groups. Janet, you have to give me a little more to go by, because I'm not sure what that means for some reason. Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Debbie,
Yes.
excuse me, but probably Leslie's comment, Leslie's email about our group.
Hold on.
I think that's maybe what she wants to know.
Oh, please add the email. Oh, sorry. Geez.
Leslie put her email in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me with that one. Okay. I'm trying to scroll up here. Oh, there we go. All right. I will grab Leslie's. Oh my God. See, I get so engrossed in what I'm doing. Here you go, Janet. Sorry about that. Oops, that's not the right one. It didn't copy right. Copy. Let's see if it works now. Yes. Okay. There you go, Janet. There's the email to contact Leslie. She's the group organizer of online games in ILoveMahj. Wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, so there it is. So we're going to start. Now, we don't have a whole lot of tiles to get rid of before we fill in 3, 6, 9, which is really nice. But just so you know, I do prioritize what I discard. First things I like to discard are anything that I was left with after the end of the Charleston. So the 2 and the 7 I was left with. And especially if you have a tile that never left your hand ever during the Charleston. That means that you've got to get it out. Now I'm going to talk about my fresh tile strategy which is sometimes hard for a beginner to wrap their head around. But when you don't see a tile on the table, that should say to you throughout most of the game, except for at the very, very end, that should say to you, I got to get it out. Instead of what most beginners think, it's not on the table, I better not get it out. I better look for something else that's already out there. That's the opposite of how you should really be thinking. Because if you hold tiles you think someone else needs, in the meantime, while the rounds keep going, they're building their hand. They're getting closer to Mahjong. So
Can
you
you
get it?
you
Yes.
repeat that? Can you repeat that, please, what you said?
Who am I speaking to?
This is Margaret.
Hi, Margaret. Sure. I'd be more than happy to repeat it again. Okay, so this is my fresh tile strategy. Others may have a different view on it, but this is how I like to play, and I think it is very powerful. When you have a tile that you get that's not discarded already, and you see there's none out, you want to get that tile out right away. You don't want to hold it because you're afraid somebody else at the table needs it. Because if you hold it, as you go around another round, everybody's picking and discarding, that those players are building their hand. So at some point, when you hold these tiles, they get hotter and hotter and hotter as the game goes on. And later you give somebody Mahjong. It's better to get it out. They may not be able to call it at all because they're not set yet with their groupings to call the Pung or the Kong. But if they do call and make an exposure, at least it's an exposure and not later for Mahjong. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll point it out too as things come up to prove this as well, and I'll show you.
1 bam. 4 dots.
Beginning of the game, at the right-hand side of the table, it tells you how many tiles. After the tiles are dealt, there are 99 tiles. The very first 33 are the first third of the game, and I like to break down what you can do and not do during this game into thirds. The first third, the second third, and the third. And hopefully I'll keep track of it and not forget to mention it. So again, I'm going to do the 7 instead of the 8 because the 7 came to me at the end of the Charleston. It's just the way I do it. If you really want to know about the strategy, I know the more advanced players understand this, but for a newer player, it could be a little bit harder to grasp. But what it is, why I do that is during the Charleston, if somebody was building some really nice hands within a category or even one really great hand, and they had to break up a tile to pass it on a second left or an across, sometimes they break up and give a tile away that they hope they got back. That 7 crack isn't probably it because I had those 7s, but that's the reason why I get those all out, all of the Charleston tiles first.
7 crack. 7 dots. So.
Okay, now I just look at the discards on the table. Of course, when you're playing in person, they're all over the place. I just scan them. You don't want to take a huge amount of time and, be really slow for playing the game, but just take a look, and I know neither of these are out.
2 dots.
So I just get them out. Of course, I'm not going to call that. It's way too early. I don't have a hand picked out yet.
6 bam.
Somebody has called a Kong of Annie, a Kong of flowers. Okay, again, I have 1/6. Do I want to look right now and commit to something? Not yet. I'm going to hold up. Hardest thing for a beginner to do. Don't call early just because a tile is discarded that you can call, and then you might be stuck into one particular thing. So I'm not ready to commit yet. So I'm just going to say ignore.
2 crack. 8 bam. 8 crack.
Now, once I get another tile in to what I'm collecting, I'll make a decision as to whether I'm going to keep this green for any reason. had I gotten multiples of the numbers of any of the other, like multiple threes or multiple 6 and 2 suits, I would have kept it for line 3. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get multiple threes right now for that to happen. So I'm probably not, and I haven't gotten any other dragons either. So,
7 dot. So,
and 2 soaps have gone out. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep the green. I would then, if I were to keep the green and use it, then I wouldn't be able to use the threes. If I wanted to use it with the threes, we're talking about line 3 under 369 would be the hand, then I wouldn't be able to use the nines. So it's not going to do me much good. So I'm going to get rid of this green. Gives me a chance to get one more tile in
green,
before we
4 dot.
have to make some
Green,
important
4
decisions.
crack,
So
7 crack,
I don't have
2
any discards, so it's whatever comes in. If it's not in my category, is going out.
green, 6 dot.
Again, I would love to call it. Is it too early? Well, we could take a look, since I did get in a 9, and see what hands maybe would work. Right now, if I look at line number 5, that hand is very prominent here with either 6s or 9s. You could use the like kongs in 3 6s or 9s, but I need 4 of both, whatever I choose. So if I called this right now, I'd have to use both of my jokers, and I don't have that 6 bam pair covered yet. I need to make sure that I am aware that that hand needs a pair, because if I lock into something and I can't do anything else, I could set myself up for like failure for sure. Okay, so I am going to let this go. It's hard. I know it's hard. Okay. Now, oh, 369 line. Randy also said, my husband said 369 line 4, with 3s and 9 and 369 in the middle. And yes, 100%. Line 4 is also a good one. Those have 3 singles in there. So we would have to make sure. I'll show you how that one looks. It could be with 6 or 9 crack, or the 6 or 9 dot. It would work with either of those. Okay. And it's very pretty. So my big concern is getting the single 3 in either the dots or the cracks. So we'll see. We're still keeping an eye on everything. But meantime, this is an ignore right now.
4 bam, 3 dot.
So there's one 3 dot that I wish came into my hand, because if I got it, then I would really be happy for that line 4. But unfortunately, it ain't working, because I'm not calling it for anything right now.
North, 8 dot.
Okay, so now I got another 6, and let's put these back the way we had them before. And now that I got another 6, that line number 5 looks pretty, but it doesn't utilize the flowers. It doesn't utilize the flowers, right? So that's a little, frustrating there, that it doesn't utilize the flowers. Now, what would we get rid of if I want to keep an eye on that hand? By the way, if I had to discard the flowers, maybe somebody will call it and put it up with a joker so I can get some joker bait from it. But if I want to keep track of the 3, 6, 9 singles in the middle, I have to keep that 9 dot. So the 9 crack could be the one that I send out. Now, if you guys see anything else that makes sense for me to discard, let me know. But I really think that right now, looking at line number 4, which would be like this, right there, with the 3 dot, keeping an eye on that, it would utilize all of these tiles, and just these last 4 would go. Or, because I got another 6 dot just now, keeping an eye on the flowers would have to go, but I still have all of this toward the hand line number 5. So line 4 and 5 are beautiful to keep an eye on. And to me, the 9 crack is what I would have to get rid of. Now you'll see I'm going to discard the 9 crack and I'm going to get the 3 crack in. But, you know, that's the way this game goes. Carol, we got you covered. Line 4 and line 5 for everybody watching. Okay, here we go.
9 crack, 6 crack,
Okay, now, if I had to call that 6 crack, I'd have to put up 2 jokers right now. Okay, there's no other 6 cracks out, so I don't want to commit yet to this line because of that 6 BM that needs to be a pair. So I am not ready to commit to this yet, and it's the first one going out, so I just say ignore. As much as I hate to do it, but we got to do it.
west, 2 crack, 8 crack, 5 dot,
And I don't even care now. Everything comes in that I don't need goes out, right?
9
So,
dot,
okay. And here is a 9 dot, and I'm in sort of the same position right now because it's the 6s that I have multiples of right here that I'm working with, and not the 9. So I don't need this either.
west,
Okay, look at that. Okay, so this is really pretty. Very pretty. And it is risky. I'm going to say it's risky. Okay, why is it risky? Because I don't have the 6 BM. There's one 6 BM out already. So if I get rid of the 9, I can call everything except for that 6 BM, which I need to only be able to call for Mah Jongg, right? Do I take a chance with this? This is when, oh, wait a minute, Randy, what both pairs of what? Oh, must have a pair, yeah. I
But
have
you need a pair and you would have to get rid of both flowers.
Right, right, exactly. These would not work. So the 9 or the flowers would have to go here. So the question then becomes, what do I do? Because the other one is a single, you know, that I have to worry about with the 3, 6, 9. We just don't know. You know, the other night I was playing and I was on call for 1 tile for a beautiful actual singles and pairs hand. Somebody else was playing that, put up an exposure with a group of those tiles, and I knew I was never going to make that hand. But how would I have known that to begin with? We don't know what's in somebody's hand. All right. So Randy said get rid of a 6 and 9 tiles toward line 2. Okay, let's look at line 2. 3, 6. We'll just stick this here. 3, 6, and 9. Right here. 3, 6, and 9. 3, nope, sorry, wrong 6, wrong position. 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so with this one here, we need a 3 BAM, a 6, or 6 or 9 to be able to call everything. We would need one more tile. So line 2 is looking pretty good as well, like really good.
Line
That's
two
not-
A,
Yeah,
line
not,
2A,
it's either A or B.
Oh, shoot,
Yeah.
I just screwed up on that. Why did I do that? You're right. It has to be 3. Hold on.
Yeah.
I did it backwards again. 3, 6, 9. Okay, so all those would have to go, and it would just be this hand right here.
That's
So
pretty
it's a
good.
little weaker than I thought when I had the tiles in the wrong thing, thinking we don't have 3s, 6s, and 9s. 3s, 6 cracks, and 9 dots. No, the one tile that we need for the third suit is in a weak position. So, okay, so let's just say we were to keep this one and we wanted to keep an eye on, this could be a good backup hand. Could we keep 3, 6, 9 and the 6s, and we're back to the 9 dot, which is what I was thinking I would have to get rid of, would be the 9 dot. Does that make sense? I think that makes a lot of sense. We can keep an eye on 3, 6, 9 with one suit. And we can still keep an eye on line 5 and see what happens. Both line 4 and 5 are still risky. Both of them are still risky. We can call on both of them, but 3s and 9s and 3, 6, 9. Yeah, it's going to be okay. Which second hand would you guys like me to keep track of? Line 4 or line 5? Let's look at line 3, 6, 9 with 6s. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tiles towards that. And oops. So those would have to go there. 11 toward the other one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11, line 5, we have 11 tiles toward it. Line 4, we have 10 tiles toward it. I've got everybody saying to do line 4, which has one less tile than Agnes. Can you weigh in on this? Miss Agnes? I'm waiting for Agnes. She's one of the advanced players here too tonight.
but does it?
Agnes says to go with the one with the most tiles. What was that? I heard somebody.
It was me. I was looking at line 2, and you already have the pair of flowers, and the pair is the hardest thing to get.
Right, we're going to keep that as a backup.
I see.
We're not going to discount it. We're going to keep it in mind.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like I'm locking in. I don't like to lock into one thing if we
Okay.
don't have to. So we'll keep an eye on line 2. Okay. All right. So we are now going to, let's make sure I don't get rid of anything I need, which is the 9 dot is what has to go. And we'll be able to keep an eye on line 2. But line 2, remember, has 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other one has 11. So we had one with 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that one has 11 too. 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 9. Oh, I can't even count. Okay,
9 dot,
here we go.
red,
And ignore.
1 crack, south,
All right, now we got a 3 in. Now, there is a possibility that another hand we could look at just to see what we think about it. And that's line 1 in 2 different ways, but this is the stronger of the 2. Line 1B. So with this one, again, the flowers would have to go. We could call the 6 crack with a joker, the 9 bam with a joker, and the 3 crack, we would need one more pick in to be able to call that grouping. Now, let's see how many tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only got 9. So I guess that's not going to be the one we're going to keep track of. So we'll just stick with line number 2. Okay, 3, 6, 9. Move these up here. We're keeping the 6s too for that 5th line, and I'm going to get rid of the 3. I mean, I'd like to keep it all, but
3 crack, call, south,
okay, that's a good indication that we shouldn't have kept the 3 crack and gone that way, because I have a partner there with those 3 cracks. So I'm happy that I got it out and Kurt did an exposure rather than me holding it, because then it would turn into a hot tile and I'm trying to make something out of it. So
1 crack, 8 bam, 2 bam,
come on, give me some
9
good
dot.
tiles, please.
red, 9 crack, 5 bam, 7 crack,
We got in another flower. Well, I'm going to discard it, and I hope that, truthfully, hope that somebody calls it and puts it up with a joke or a pung, or maybe, I don't think it'll be a Kong. It can't be, well, it could be if they put up a lot of jokers, but let's see what happens.
flower, 4 dot,
Nobody called it.
3 crack,
There's another 3 crack and a 9 crack. We do not need the 9 crack. Okay.
9 crack, green, east, 9 crack, 8 dot, 4 dot, south, west,
Yeah, I'll be paying attention to, I do look at the board because I like to see what's going out already.
5 dot, north, east, 3 dot, 3 dot, 7 crack, north, 5 bam, 2 crack, 9 dot, red, 7,
Okay, that definitely helps. Now we have to look at the 2 hands again. This hand is risky because of the 6 bam, unless it were our Mahjong tile. But somebody throws 1 tile and we can call the 6 dot or the 6 bam. We're then ready to Mah on the 6 bam. So 6 dot or 6 crack goes out, we would call it, and we would be ready to Mah on the 6 bam. So we would have to discard the flowers, but we are right now 2 tiles away from making Mahjong with this hand this way. Let's look at the other hand again. Okay, this would be line 2. and I'll be discarding one. That leaves us with 3. So we're 4 tiles away from Mahjong this way. Okay, do you play it safe and be further away from Mahjong? Or, being that this is a very pretty hand, do we take a chance? This can go either place. I mean, it's pretty. Okay, Agnes says line 5. My vote is line 5. Does anybody else want to weigh in on this? Angela watching from YouTube, if you look above in the chat chain, there is an email. It starts with 183 and then Leslie@gmail. If you want to get on that email, if that's what you're wanting to get on the email to be able to play with other players on ILoveMahj, email her, Leslie, at that email address, please. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you didn't hear earlier, if you use uppercase D, uppercase B, if you're not already a member, you'll get an affiliate, you'll get 3 weeks. So I'm going to put that in YouTube as well. That's to sign up for ILoveMahj. Okay, let's see. Agnes says take a chance. Stacy said there are only 27 tiles left. Okay, well that tells me it might be a lot harder, you know, to fill in the other hand. So I think I'm gonna go with the one that I have the most tiles towards right now. And we are at 27 tiles now. Once we got under 33 tiles, we're now in the end game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Flower. 3 dot. 6 crack.
And there we go. Our call for a Kong right there. Okay. And then
Call.
I am now set with the 6 p.m. for Mahjong. Hopefully, none of my opponents are playing with the 6 p.m.
Flower. East. 4 crack. 4 crack. 1 crack. 8 crack.
20 tiles left.
8 bam. 5 bam. 8 bam. North. 8 crack. 2 bam.
Somebody's holding it or playing with it.
5 dot. 2 bam. 1 crack. Red.
7. I had a bunch of 7s.
7 dot. 8 dot. Joker.
All right.
Flower.
So Annie broke up her hand, and Kurt just took a chance and throw. Oh, he didn't take a chance. There's 4 there, 5, 6, 7. So that was the 8th one. So you don't want to throw flowers at the end of the game unless you can account for 8. And this bot is intelligent because he sees 4 in the exposure, 5, 6, 7 already showing, and that's the 8th one. So it was safe. Oh, 4 crack. Let's see. Oh boy, 4 cracks. 2 of them are out.
4 crack. 8 dot. Joker. East.
Darn. That was so close. So close. Look at that.
7 dot. Joker. Wall game.
Okay, so let's see who has my tiles. Amistad right here was playing 4, 6, 7 consecutive run line 2. I think he broke his hand up. He did. It says he broke his hand up. So 3, 4, 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever he was playing there. But that was the consecutive run line 2 on the left side. And Annie was playing consecutive run line 3. She also broke her hand up. And 1, 2, 3. Consecutive run line 3. Yep. Really doesn't look great here, but she broke her hand up. And then Kurt, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 2. Okay, So the 6 BAMs were here. You're not going to know whether or not they're in somebody's hand. You know, you got to take a chance if your hand comes in good. But man, it really did come in so pretty. It really did. All right, we're going to start again, another game.
First Charleston.
No jokers. Well, when you have no jokers, what do? Guess what you do when you have no jokers? You see if you can play a jokerless hand, I mean a singles and pairs hand. Look at that. All of that toward line 3, 3, 6, 9. I've already got the pair too. Wow, that is very pretty. Whew. Now, we've got 3, 6, 9 category again. We have 8s here, which are a pair. They don't do anything for me in connecting any of the dots in what I have in the 3, 6, 9 category right now. So I'm going to go ahead and instead of passing this, which I try to keep my dragons if I can, I'm going to break up the 8 right now. And I don't have, well, I could, if I wanted to, keep the north to see if I get any norths and souths. I hate to pass an 8 because one went out already. So maybe I have to do that. Because it would be nice to get north and south because I've got all these 3s for that hand. But I'm keeping an eye on singles and pairs right now. Okay, I'll do it. I don't like to do it, but let's see if we get any more. No. And I got a 6, not in the right spot where I would want it. Bye, Margaret. Thanks for coming. But I don't know if I'm going to get in any of these norths and souths. I really don't. I'll maybe keep it for a little bit. I think I'm going to do this. It's a pretty pass, but I want to build my hand. Okay. So I got another 3, 6, 9. I'm looking at singles and pairs, line 3, because if I have to, I'll just bump out of 3 of the singles and pairs and go to 3, 6, 9 category or like numbers or something of the sort. Well, let's see. I'm going to continue, of course.
Second Charleston.
And I'm going to do this. And I'm happy I didn't have to get some. I mean, I would like something in, but I would have had to give something up. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Which way are we going to go? Could be any way. This is the better option here. Wait a minute. Let me get this in the right spot. Okay, let's see. 3, 6, 9, and the 3s. Okay, right there. I honestly need 2 more good picks to be set for that singles and pairs hand. So I don't know if I need to keep the 6 or not, or maybe I should, just in case we have to flip out into something else. I think it would be smart to keep it. So I'm only going to do 1.
Courtesy pass.
Wow. Wow. It could go either way, but I still need 2. I would need a pair of 9s and then one of these in a multiple. I'm just going to say no tiles. This is a pretty line 3, 3, 6, 9 singles and pairs hand. Whoa. I'm just going to say no tiles.
8 crack. 1 dot. 7 dot. 5 bam.
Now I just
4
get
bam.
rid of everything that's not in these numbers right now.
6 crack.
And like that, I'm not ready to call, of course.
1 dot.
Oh, wow. Okay, now we have to if I get a 9 bam, I need one more of these to be, if I get a multiple of one of these singles, I would be on call for the set to call Mah Jongg for the 9 bam. If I get a 9 bam, I'd be set to call Mah Jongg on one of these. Anybody have a feeling about which tile they like more? Which of these three I should get rid of? Oh my God. I don't know which one to pick. Jeez. Somebody give me one. Somebody just make a decision for me. Come on, I like you guys to help me out.
9 crack. 9 crack.
Get rid of the 9 crack. We're going.
9 crack.
Whew.
1 crack.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
8 dots. 8 bam.
Oh, man. Wrong one. Wrong one. And as much as I would like to keep this for backup, it would narrow my possibilities. So, oh, you know what? There was a 6 crack out. Maybe we should have gotten that out, Stacy. I just saw that. All right. Well, I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, I hate to do it, but
3 bam.
it only
9
hurts
bam.
for a second. Oh, okay. That's the first one. There's still
8
2
bam.
more.
6 bam.
Oh, geez. I keep getting all of these great tiles for a backup hand. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking
3
with it.
dot. 3 bam. 8 bam. 7
Come
bam.
on, give me a tile.
7 bam. So, call 1 crack. Green.
Now, you know, everybody else has a lot of jokers. There it is. Okay, I'm going to discard the 6 crack because there's one out already, hoping nobody's playing. Oh, Agnes was typing to do 6. I was typing 6 is in more hands when the 9 was thrown. Well, I'm going to do the 6 anyway. Yeah, 6 is in a lot of hands. Oh my God, there's a lot of. You could go beyond with some strategies, but all
6
right,
crack.
I am
5
set
dot.
to call a 3 crack or pick it in myself
2 dot.
if somebody doesn't mahjong
Red.
before me.
8 crack. 5 dot. 4 crack. 6 dot. Green. 7 dot. 2 dot. West. Call 1 crack. 8 dot. 4 crack. 6
The
bam.
beauty
8
of
dot.
this playing a singles and pairs is nobody knows what I'm playing because I can't expose or anything.
4 dot. 4 crack.
The only thing is if somebody else is playing
North,
my
call
tiles.
8 crack.
All right, now Amistad is playing what line? We've got line 1, and I think that is the only line that Amistad could be playing. So I hope I don't pull an east or a south.
7 bam. 7 crack. 1 bam. 4 bam.
Come
2
on,
dot.
3 crack.
7 crack. Green. Flower. 9 bam. 5 crack. Call. Red.
Uh-oh. Oh, 5s with, that's 2025. I'm okay. I got nervous for a second. I thought it was consecutive run, but that would have been a pung of soaps.
8 bam.
Oh, so close. Doesn't it look very much alike? Let's see. This could be Annie's mahjong for line 2 of 2025. But you know what? I'm going to try it. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Pray.
2 crack. Mah Jongg.
Yeah. Okay. It was a really, really good try. Let's see if anybody has the 3 crack. 1 3 crack only in Kurt's hand, who is playing consecutive run, the one that we were thinking about at one point a while ago. with the three singles and then the two next numbers up in two suits. Let's look and see where my 3 is. Whoops, that's the wrong one. And discards. Oh no, I did do the right one. Hold on, remaining tiles. There were so many remaining tiles. He did kind of Mahjong kind of early. So where is the 3? 1 down here, all the way at the end. Oh, I thought there was 2 available. Wait a minute. Why am I could have sworn that 1, 2. I don't know. Where's the 3? Oh, it's way up here. Okay. So there was a 3 crack thrown really early. But what anyway, if your hand is like this, and look at even Amistad, who was playing that first hand, was set to call Mahjong, and we were set. Kurt wasn't so set. You have to be very happy with the way things go. Oh, Stacy had to leave. Hopefully you'll be back, Stacy. But wow, huh? That was a good try, right? All right, we're going to start the next
First
game.
Charleston.
Sort by suit here. All right, we're going to start out with our multiples. So we'll move our 8 crack right up to the top here. And with flowers and 2 consecutive numbers in a row, I'm definitely going to be looking at consecutive run for sure. So those we definitely want to keep. What else can we keep just in case? Let's see. 5, 6, 7. I mean, if we keep the 6, the flowers wouldn't come into play if we were to do 5.6, I mean 6.7.8 and 9 crack, but we can keep it as an option. It's just not all that strong right now. I'll keep this for a little bit because I hate to pass it. But the 8 and 9 consecutive line number 6 doesn't use flowers with the 2 pairs in the dragons. Maybe what I'll do is keep the 9, thinking of the consecutive run very bottom concealed hand, which would be 7, 8, 9, and then in BAMs, 7, 8, 9 BAMs. Very small remote possibility, but we like to look at all of our options. And I did get one more right there for 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. I'm concerned about that this would be a pair and the 7 is a single and the 7 is a single here. But we got the 9 in here. I know I can get rid of that. And I guess I'm going to really do this. Because that bottom concealed hand is pretty, as well as a consecutive run with flowers and 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness gracious, we have some good possibilities here. Oh, now I get that 6, 7, 8, 9. Isn't that something else? So this would be certainly a smarter choice to keep. 6, 7, 8, 9 being consecutive run line 2B, then the bottom concealed, because after all, it's concealed. We can't call anything. So maybe I need to do that instead of that. I don't know. I'm closer to the bottom concealed. Maybe, not really, not with the, no, maybe not. But
Second
I think we got to do that. I'm going to be sad if I get more 8s and 9s in and the 7 and all that, but oh, it's only a game. I told you I was going to get it in, but I did get another 6 in. So 6, 7, 8, 9 is a really pretty hand right here. I could call the 6 dot. I can call the 8 crack. Again, line 2 on the 2B. I can call the 9 crack and need one good pick for that 7. This is beautiful. So I've got to figure out what's worth it. Do I keep some kind of run? No. And here's the sad part. I don't like to pass flowers in the Charleston ever. But in this particular case, I'm either going to not pass the flowers and break up my 9 or pass the flower. Let me call on my experts here. Randy, Leslie, who else is here? Agnes. Who else do we have? Carolyn. Come on, I got a lot of high-level players here. Phyllis, I'm watching chat right now. Help me out. What would you do? I mean, I don't like to pass flowers. It's a rare occasion. I would pass the flower. I've got 3 flowers. Thank you, my experts. Wow, that was a good choice, wasn't it? We don't need to pass it now because we have a blind pass that we can do here. Yay. Carol, too, my expert on YouTube, said flower, too. So we had definitely that one out.
Courtesy pass.
Okay, I'll do 2.
So,
And now I don't have to worry about much until we run out of discards. I can hold the flower for a little bit. You just don't know what'll change here with the run flower, maybe 7, 8, 9.
west.
I can keep an eye on it for a little bit. Okay, we don't need that, but I'm going to get rid of what I was left with in the Charleston. And I do like to get wins out early, even if you think nobody was playing them. You'll be surprised. All of a sudden somebody calls them and you're like, darn, I thought nobody needed them.
1 dot. 8 bam. North. 7 crack.
Wow, that 6, 7, 8, 9 is kind of really just happening, isn't
3
it?
bam. Call. 9 bam.
Okay, that's a good reason. Get that up early, because I wouldn't want to hold it too long for Amistad to call it from Mah Jongg.
4 crack. 2 dot.
Okay, I don't need that.
6 crack. 4 dot. 4 crack. 6 crack. East. Green.
I'm going to get the
3
flower
dot.
out. Actually, I don't think anything else but 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to make sense here, and I do want to get that
9
out.
dot.
This year, these flowers are pretty dangerous to hold. Last year, I did a whole nother risky business thing and it worked a lot. This year, with the pungs of flowers and all the kongs and the pears, it's like a dangerous tile. Get it out if you can.
Flower. Call. Red.
That's why I wish I had another one.
8 dot.
I certainly do.
4 bam. 5 crack. 6 crack. 8 bam.
Okay, let's get this out. I don't think there are any out.
3 crack. 4 crack. 4 dot. 6 crack.
All right, what's freshest here? The 8's out, 7 crack is out, they're all out. So I'll do the green.
Green. 3 crack. 7 crack. 4
Of course, I
crack.
got that 7 crack too late when I got rid of those flowers, so oh well.
North. East. 8 dot. 1 crack.
Okay, now I can call the 6 dot and the 7 dot.
7 crack. Joker swap. 9 dot. 8 bam. 9 bam.
Now I just got to keep getting out tiles and make sure that I get the hottest, the ones that are not on the board out. first,
bam.
so I don't hold.
7
See,
crack.
that's why you want to get it out early. If I held that really long, maybe I'm going to discard it in a little bit for Annie's Mah Jongg.
2 dot. 8 dot.
Now I can
North.
Maj on a 6 dot, a 7 dot, a joker, or a joker exchange if they're available. 3 bam is available, 5 bam is available.
2 bam. 2 crack. Red. 1 dot. Red. 8 bam.
5 crack, I don't know, it was out already.
5 crack. 9 dot. 6 bam. Green. 1 dot. 8 crack.
Now that's a pung position, so it doesn't do me any good.
4 bam. 4 bam. 2 dot. 4 bam. 5 dot. 2 crack. South. 3 crack. Call. 7 bam.
Whoa, 3 cracks. Let's see. Got 1 3 crack. So there's 1 joker exchange available.
Mah Jongg.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm very happy with how this ended up, but someone beat me to it. Annie did. Consecutive run, line 3 on the left side, A, consecutive run, line 3A. Beautiful. All right, good job. And then consecutive run, line 3, 1 2 3, also beautiful there. And we had 1 3 5 7 9, line 7 with the news, 1 3 and then 3 5, and his hand was coming in beautiful too. Boy, this really was a tough competitive round, wasn't it? This game was unbelievable. Wow. All right, well, we could still play some more. If you guys have to go, I'll understand. But again, if your hand is coming in this way and you're set 1 tile away, be happy. I know when you're playing in person, people will be like, oh my God, I was set. But be happy for the winner. And, we can't win every game. But I would have liked to have won.
First Charleston.
For sure, but it didn't happen, right? Okay, I have no multiples. But if I switch this out into evens and odds just to see how it looks, I certainly have a lot of that. And I also have the north and south, which makes me think I should keep them for possible Winds and Dragons line 5, or maybe even the 1 3 5 7 9 line 7, which also uses the single grouping of news. So I'm going to keep all of that and keep an eye on all of that. This is a pretty pass. It is. Amistad, you're going to love it if you're playing with those tiles. But I don't want to give up what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see what would make more sense to do. I've got 1 3 3 5 area, 1 2 3 4 in that end. And in the low end, rather, and in the high end, I have 4 as well. Ooh, whichever way I pick is going to come in the other way. 5 7. This gives me a little more flexibility, I think, being that I could do the 7 and the 9 either or suit, whereas 1 3 3 5, it would only be one way. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But boy, this is a pretty pass too. Look at this. Okay, so wow. And this is going to be challenging because I do need certainly multiple. I need the pairs, the 5s and the 9s on two ends, right here, or with the 5 and 7 crack. I can't get rid of that. I need that. So
Did you
got it.
see line 5, Debbie?
Yeah, line 5,
Under
13579.
odds. The 13579.
Let's look at it. 135, 7 and 9. Yeah. I happen to think that hand is challenging because of those darn Kongs.
Yeah.
I really do, because once one of those goes out, you got to cover it with a joker. It's just like, I love it. But how am I going to choose? I have to choose between one or the other. See, what I like about the 5779, it doesn't matter which way we do it, but 5. What I like about this hand is the backup hand is line 2 on 2B. So it doesn't, it makes me feel comfortable that I have that backup when I have this hand going on. But I do like that hand, but I just find it a challenging hand. Oh, wow. If this is a pretty pass. And I need to keep all of this, but I keep passing pretty passes. Oh, well. Okay, we got one pair in.
Second Charleston.
So that's nice. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the South. That's okay. Thought I was getting rid of what I needed. We got that 5 back, but I got to pass 3. So I'm going to do that. Make sure, yep. Maybe I'll keep the 7. Maybe I'll keep the 7. Just because of north and south with 7s. And I find the north and south with 7s is not an easy hand either, because those norths and souths are also Kongs. I really find those challenging. I'll do 2.
2 bam.
Okay, now we'll just see what happens. At least I'll keep that north and for the 7s if we need it. And I'll get rid of everything else.
East. So. South.
See, there's one south. I already know that if I play north and south with 7s, I need 4.
1 bam.
Oops.
2 crack. 8 crack. South.
There's another one.
West.
Again, that's why they're hard. I need that west.
East. West.
I need that one too. I
9
have 2
bam.
more chances to get it.
Call. Green.
Okay, that's nice. I probably helped. Well, I never know.
6 crack. 6 crack. 7 crack.
Can't call that right now without having at least the pair taken care of for that hand. I can't call that
5 dot.
right now anyway.
6
So we're going to
crack.
let that one
7
go.
dot.
Oh, there's another one. See, I'm too weak to right now to commit to that. Little too soon to a call, so I'm going to ignore.
Green. 5 crack.
Okay, there's 1 5 crack. 2 more chances.
Green. 7 bam.
Another 7 that I'd like
9
in my
crack.
hand.
1 bam. Green. 7 crack.
Another 7 I'd like in my hand. 1 out. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's going to be a hard switch out too. A very hard switch out. Shoot. We might have to risk it at some point.
3 dot.
No, this
East.
is a tough hand right now.
8 bam. 3 crack. 3 dot. 5 bam.
All right. 7, yeah, those 7s went out. Oh my God. I'm gonna get rid of the 7 bam, but
7 bam. 2 dot. West.
third west. 1. Isn't it the third? 1, 2, 3. Yep.
7 dot.
Look at this. Can you believe it? I only have 1 joker. If you don't get jokers, you're in a really bad pickle too. So 1 7 dot went out. 1 2 7 cracks went out. Just gonna let it go right now. I just don't feel comfortable taking it at this point. Son of a, you know what?
1 dot. 2 dot. 2 dot.
Not all hands
Three
come
crack.
in good either. And if you don't have jokers, oh golly, whoops. Now I get it. So now, obviously, the Norths have to go. And I mean, it looks pretty. If I could get that 5 crack in the west, I'll be in pretty decent shape. No flowers have gone out yet. So I'll put that there.
North. 1 crack.
I would love somebody to
One
throw
crack.
one and someone put it up with a
6
joker
dot.
like last time. I can't call. I can't wait too late. It's 55 tiles.
3 dot. 1 bam. 3 crack. 9 crack.
I got to get it out. I don't want to take a chance. It is what it is, but I have to get it out.
Flower.
Oh
2
my
crack.
God, nobody called it.
5 bam. 4
Amazing.
dot. Flower. 5 crack.
Oh shoot, how many is that? 1. That the second one, and I have 1, so now I have 1 more chance. I don't see a third out. I'm pretty sure I have 1 more chance. If anybody sees, oh, I gave away the West. When did I give away the West?
1 dot.
I don't remember. When did
On
I?
the courtesy,
Oh, on the Curtis. Oh,
yeah.
8 bam.
oh my goodness gracious. I tell you, sometimes I wonder.
Joker swap.
Thank you so much, Kurt, for your joker. That is nuts. I'll do let's see, they're all out. And I don't think, but I don't want to take a chance anyway, ever with these Norths. I'll do this one first.
North.
How in the
Second
world
bam.
I got rid of a West? That was a silly move.
5 crack.
Oh, there's the last one. That's crazy. All right, let's look and see. We have to figure out if we can call it for our 9 dot. I mean, we have a 9 dot we can call is what I was thinking. 9 dot is not out. 7 dots are out, but it's a pung. 5 cracks. This is the last one, so I kind of have to call it if I want to have a shot at making the hand at all. So I'm going to call it for a pung. If I pull a couple of jokers, I could get lucky. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to try it.
Call. 8 crack. 3 crack. South. West.
I want to get out everything because I definitely,
8 dot.
let's see how many,
Flower.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so nobody's playing single grouping and news, so that's good. So these are all pretty safe tiles right now.
1 bam. 2 dot. 2 bam. 1 dot. 2 bam. 9 crack. 8 bam, 2 bam, 7 crack,
Boy, I can't pull. I need 4 there, so I can't call that.
6
I
dot,
can't get jokers this hand, can I? This is really slow
8
moving.
dot, 6 bam, 8 dot, 8 crack,
Now 21 tiles left. And at this point, my hand is not coming in. I'm not going to throw tiles now that are not on the board. I'm going to throw safe tiles. I'm too far away from making my hand based on everything that's gone out.
Mah Jongg,
Oh, well, somebody made it anyway. Oh my God. That was a slow, really slow moving hand. Oh my God. And I can't believe I threw I'm still like upset that I threw something in the Charleston. That I gave something in the Charleston. Why in the world did I do that? Let's see. Like numbers with 4s. Very nice. The single Winds and Dragons line 2 coming in fairly nicely. The line 4, 3, 6, 9 with those singles in the middle. So that, he was having to worry about that 3 dot. We played that early on. Not bad. All right, let's see if we can get something better now.
First Charleston,
Oh my goodness. I need somebody to have like a bullhorn or a foghorn or something that they can blast. If they see me passing something, I'm not supposed to be passing. Look at this. No multiples, but we do have multiples of flowers. That is pretty. Okay, so I have those dragons, which is very nice. And that could be line 4 of Winds and Dragons with news. We also can keep an eye on 3 singles, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Mix, all of them could be that 3 that we can keep an eye on, but that's really pretty nice right there. I'll do this, this, and this. And let's see what comes in. If anybody sees anything else, I mean, I do have like numbers with 4s a little bit right now, but I wanted a 2, 3, 4 to keep, but like numbers with 4s got a little nicer there. The question now becomes, do I want to keep an eye on the news with the dragons or keep an eye on like numbers right now? I can't keep it all. Anybody have any good feeling about either or? I mean, I kind of want to keep these for a little bit and pass that 4. Right now. Maybe I'll get it back. Winds and Dragons line 2 and 4 is definitely what I think we should do. All right, good deal. Oh, I got that and I don't want it. I don't want it. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. I am going to continue.
second Charleston,
Of course, not pulling in anything to my hand right now. I got that back. Unbelievable. Same thing. Nothing strong has come in. I got 1 tile in. Wow. 1 tile in. I think I'm going to get this out to give me a chance at maybe pulling something
courtesy
in.
pass,
Nope. All right. I'm not passing a wind, am I? The west. All right. Well, we've got a possibility of line 4 looking good and line 2, Winds and Dragons.
thou, 1 bam,
Let's see if we get,
9 crack,
and of course I have no jokers right
4
now.
crack,
None at all.
8 bam, 1 crack, 1 crack, east, north, 9 dot, 8 dot, 5 crack,
Gets a little frustrating.
7 dot, 1 dot, 9 dot, 8 crack,
Okay, that helps a little.
9 bam, call, 8 crack,
Okay, good. I'd like an exposure and get it out early. That's good.
4 dot, 9 crack. So,
Okay. Little early to grab that. I mean, I could, but I would love to have that west first. Or at least one more dragon in my hand, so I'm gonna let that go.
6 crack,
Yeah, 8 crack. 2 of them are out.
8 bam, 7 crack, 7 bam, 8 crack,
Okay, there's our 3.
8 crack, 5 dot, 6 crack, 5 dot, 7 dot, red,
Let me move it this way here. All right, so if I did the 3, 4, 5, I need a pair for sure. This is definitely not a smart move to call this one yet. Only one out so far. Gotta let it go.
3
I
bam,
just wish I were having a little bit
4
more
crack,
luck in my picks coming in.
2 crack, north, 4 dot, 6 crack,
Don't need that. I'm not gonna 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not gonna switch out
5
now.
bam, west,
Is that the first one? Yes. First one.
2 dot, call, 5 bam, 4 crack, 9 crack,
Mm.
1 bam, 7 dot, 4 crack, 6 dot,
Like I get,
2 bam, call, 6
oh,
bam,
okay. So we've got either line 4 of 2, 4, 6, 8, or any like numbers line 2. And if he's playing any like numbers line 2, then he would have to have 2 cracks, and that would not be it because there's one out. So it looks like, oh, wait a minute, 2025 line 1 or 2, 4, 6, 8 line 4. Unless you see something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Agnes, when did that come in? 8, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, line 7. A possibility for who? I'm not sure. Because these would have to be Kongs. I don't know. I'm not sure.
4 dot, east,
I got to keep an eye on those jokers, that's for sure.
east,
I desperately
3
need
bam,
them.
1
I
crack,
pulled one thing in my hand. That's the 5 bam, I think, so far. Or maybe, I'm not sure, but I think one.
red,
Gracious. I mean, I cannot call that without that west. I mean, I can, of course, I can do anything I want. Let's look at it. So one red, one out. If I call it with my only joker, and those reds and that soap and greens go out, I'm stuck. I am stuck, stuck, stuck. Experts, what would you do? Oh, Agnes, I thought it came in at 8:12 though. That's why I was a little confused, but I got you. Okay, so my experts, what would you do right now? Would you let it go or would you call it? I mean, the only positive thing is if I call it, it could be my pung for line 2 or line 4. Maybe it'll change things up. I can do that, but man, I'm not picking in the jokers. I know Wednesday nights are really tough. It's a whole different ball game than Sunday night with Siamese. All right, I'll call it and take a chance. I can call, I mean, I can call the flower. So I'll call it.
Call.
All right, so now we're going to get rid of our 3, 4, 5, but I said that I could use that in both, and I certainly can, but I don't want to give up the green or the soap because I need both of those in case, depending. All right, let's see.
5 bam. 4 dot. 3 bam.
Everybody could win with a
9
little
crack.
luck too, you know. Oh, that's nice.
4 bam. 1 bam. West.
How many is that? Second one? Oh my God.
3 crack.
Oh my God. All right. I guess either one, threes are out. I'll do the 3 crack.
3 crack. 1 dot. 7 crack. 6 dot. 4 bam. Joker swap. 8 bam.
I can't even get a
Call.
joker
5
swap.
dot.
Oh my goodness. Okay. 8 and 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Either side, A or B. Hong Kong, Hong Kong. I would have to say I don't think it's dots. I don't see a lot of 6 cracks and 7 cracks. I'd have to, I mean, there is a 7 crack that went out. Well, there is a 6 crack too. No, there's 6s too. What about 6 bams and 7 bams? Less 6 bams and 7 bams than cracks and dots. So it might be 6, 7 bam. 6, that may be the one suit on the left side. Well, we'll find out. But these have gone out 3 in a row, so I don't think he's going to be calling it. But we're going to get it out. Oh my God, only 33 tiles left. We're
6
almost in
dot.
the end
6
game.
crack.
Oh,
9 dot.
he's definitely playing with bams.
5 dot.
Oh man, at least I know it's safe. So I'll save it. Frustrating.
3 bam. 6 bam. 3 crack. North.
Oh,
Joker swap.
yay. Okay. So now I need a flower. Is anybody going to throw a flower? Not one flower has been discarded. And you know what else? That soap is only one is out. So is he playing 2025 line 1 and that's why no flowers have gone out? And does he need that soap with 25 tiles left? Do I hold it to see? See if it gets discarded and then I can follow suit, which is a good thing to do. With 25 tiles left, I have a great shot right now, but not if he's playing with 4 flowers. Oh, maybe runs line 5 for him too. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I do forget about that. Well, I have 2 greens. If he's playing that one, then he has the other greens. Yeah, that's right. Good eye on that one. And that needs flowers too. So I mean, I kind of have, if I want to win, I do have to take a chance, but it's risky and I could give Mah Jongg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jokers. There's 3 others in there. Doreen said get rid of the 2 dot. What would you guys do? Get rid of the 2 or the soap? I feel like I should get rid of the soap because if I wait one more round and that is needed, you know, okay, let's think about what he'd be playing. He would need cracks for the single. Okay, let's see what's out there. 1, 2 crack here. All right. No 2 cracks. Other 2 cracks. So he could very well have 2 of the 2 cracks. All right, let's look at 5 cracks. 1 there. And that's it. He's got to be playing line 1 of 2025. Got to be playing that. With all the 2, 4, 6, 8s cracks out. Hey, let's look. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not playing line 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. He couldn't make that hand because all 4 cracks are out. I mean, I'll hold it. I have to hold it. He definitely needs it, Jackie, for line 1. He does.
2 dot.
It's a shame
3 crack.
'cause
Joker swap.
Or
5.
line 1 or 2, right?
oh, line 2, he could be playing as well. Let's see how many 5 BAMs are out. 1, 2, 3, 5 BAMs are out. He'd probably, or it could be dots, right?
Yeah.
Could be dots. Wait a minute, let's see. 5 dots.
3, 5 dots, right?
3, 5 dots out. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, Annie threw this. I get first choice, but if it were his Mahjong, I think he would have gotten it right away. Not, it wouldn't be his Mahjong. Well, it could be. Could be if it was line 2.
West.
All right. Oh my God. Now there's only 1 more chance. Okay. If I discard that soap, I am then, let's make sure I have 1 more chance with the West. 100%. 1, 2, 3. Now, my trusty experts, what would you do?
You're
21.
set for Maj, aren't you?
Once I discard that soap, but it could be. I need 3 of 1 of these. This is the one right here. Say, oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. No, yeah. I only need 2. I could
Yeah.
get a flower or a green. I have to discard the soap. I have to discard the soap. This has to go here. So my Mahjong tile's the West. I have to get rid of this.
Yes.
So would you do that?
You have to.
There's 21 tiles left. I don't want to break up my hand. I want to win.
Yes.
But it could be Mahjong, okay? At this point of the game, when you're set, you wouldn't want to break your hand up, even though you know. Now, if he had 3 exposures up and I knew 100% that was Mahjong and I were playing in person with my friends, they'd make me pay for the table. I'd lose a lot of money on that game. But I'm going to take a chance. It's just a game.
Okay.
Why not do it, right?
So 9 dot.
I got lucky, didn't I?
8 dot. 6 BAM.
We said it's probably not. Yeah, 6 dots have gone out recently, so I'm hoping.
6 dot. Joker swap. Mah Jongg.
Oh. Now, I would love to know what he just picked into his hand. He did a swap of a joker. What did he take? Do you remember? He just took somebody's, two bam? No, he had the two bam. He did a joker swap. What did he take? A flower? I don't remember, but anyway, whatever he took.
Yeah,
No,
It
there
would
was,
have to be a flower, right?
well, no, there was no flowers. Were there flowers exposed? No,
Oh,
I'm trying to remember what was up. Hold on. 5, 3, 4, 5. Maybe
he
he took,
had,
he might have taken his own. Did he take his own joker? I have no idea, but he just did
yeah.
a joker exchange. And now I can't wrap my head around. But look at that. Kurt was playing that 7, 8, 9 with the greens. Yep, he was. So, okay. The hand came in from nowhere, really. This was a really, I said you could get a little lucky. Man, I mean, I had to shoot. I had to really get lucky. Okay. Well, anyway, it is now 8:30, so it's time for us to like stop sharing here. Where's my thing? Oh, that was another really tough night. Oh my goodness. So challenging, but so many great hands and possibilities throughout the night and getting very, very close. So I did want to mention one of the things I said a few weeks back is that on Wednesday night, if anybody would like to play a few games doing what I do, please email me at debbie@mahjcon.com. Debbie, who's not here tonight, did it a few weeks back. She did a great job. And you could see what it's like to talk through and navigate through the hands and just see how it goes. You're not going to play the whole night, but you could try a couple of games out. Email me. I know that most of you know where to find me, but I'll put my email in here just one more time. And for anybody on YouTube watching, you could do the same thing, but you would definitely have to click on the Zoom link to do it. I would love to have you as a special co-host, and we could get together a little bit prior to make sure everything works fine on your end. But please let me know if you want to do it. And thank you so much for being here tonight and for helping me. Really, really great fun. I wish I made some mahjongs, but you know what? It's not really about the win as much as it is about building and getting to a really good place in your hand. And most of them were good. We had to make a lot of decisions, tons of decisions tonight. And for anybody watching the replay back, please, if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, greatly appreciate it. If you subscribe, click the bell so you'll get notifications when I go live. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, please. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. I'm going to sign off now. Until I see you again, be well and practice, practice, practice. Good night.